It's time. Without her summoning powers, Garnet is helpless. With this dark matter, I now hold the power to summon an Eidolon. Now I'll find out if Kuja's claims are true. Odin, come to me. Ah, this fat queen. She's so fat. Yeah, every Disney movie now. Disney movies are not anything like what they used to be. Lion King, Aladdin, Toy Story 1, 2, first Land Before Time is all I watched. Really, I did have a couple obscure ones, but never really. Yeah, no, today it's like, I feel like every Disney movie, like the whole point of them putting out movies nowadays is just so that they can get like that one song that makes you remember the movies, so that then they can market everything. Like Frozen, like Let It Go, like that's the point of the movie, is just that song. And so now, and like that's all you see everywhere is like Frozen merchandise. Jeez, did you see that? Clara, Puck, Quina, they're all gone. Damn it. Everyone was hyping Frozen up, and I actually watched it and thought it was crap. That song was overrated too. Oh my god, yeah, Frozen. I don't know. I mean, I think everything's overhyped today. I don't think anything's close. Like, as a '90s kid, like I will always believe we had it best. But Marvel and Star Wars, yes, thank you. I'm getting tired of Marvel comics. I mean, the movies are great, but the like Marvel comics, I'm getting really tired of. But that's, yeah, as a kid, that's how I was. I was like all Marvel. Like I was like superhero, like kid, like comics and stuff like that. Comics and sports. That was my stuff growing up. And video games. I got into a little bit of anime. I went through a stage where I was like really into anime. And Dragon Ball Z was my thing. Like, but Yu Yu Hakusho, I love that show. Trying to think what else. I watched a little bit Cowboy Bebop. I have to get behind the stairs. Someone's coming. But I was so into comics. I remember. How many times is it gonna change? I'm tired of the Spider-Man universe. I'm tired. Like I love Spider-Man. I used to love Spider-Man, and I'm like so tired of it now. Like there's nothing Spider-Man that I like anymore. And it's just like whether it's the comics or the movies, like it's just like the direction changes every like 2 or 3 years. It's just getting annoying. It's not anything like like especially the comics are nothing like what they used to be. You know what killed Spider-Man for me? Like originally killed it was One Last Day. That killed it for me. Why does the Queen insist on using black mages and Eidolons? I didn't train all these years so I could take a back seat to anyone. This way, hurry up. You three get on the telepod and go to Alexandria immediately. So with a span on 10 years, we got original, amazing, and now spectacular Spider-Man. And the movies too, like, yeah, I was just talking about the comics, the movies, oh my god. I refuse to see Amazing Spider-Man 2. I refuse to watch it. I always wanted to read comics, but just never got into it. I love the cartoons though. Spider-Man is by far my favorite superhero, with Batman as a second, but truthfully, I think 90% of superhero movies suck and wish they were more like real movies. Like any normal rated R movie, or hell, even a... That's fair. I mean, listen, there's this stigma that you have to like every superhero movie. And I don't think that's true. Like, they're just not for everybody. But Karita, what you should do... So Marvel, they have an app. It's called Marvel Unlimited. And it's like a database of like... For the sake of this conversation, pretty much every story they've ever written. Like you can read like the very first Spider-Man. You can read like Captain America from the 1940s, and you can have that. You can either use the app on your laptop or your computer, your phone, tablet, whatever, and it's $10 a month, and you can read whatever you want whenever you want. It's awesome. Um, Again, it's $10 a month. You know, you can check it out. But Deadpool's cool. Yeah, Deadpool. The movie was really good. You know, the Marvel Cinematic Universe nowadays, like to me, I think that it's becoming pretty much like. What do you mean by changing Spider-Man? You know, like they changed what originally happened. Well, in the movies they keep rebooting it, so it's like literally like the third. We're on the third reboot of the movies. And the comics, they keep they kind of. So here's what they did that like really changed. Like first off, there was Ultimate Spider-Man, and there's like the regular Spider-Man, like the ones that you probably like the story that you would know, like everybody knows. And that's like they call it the 616 universe. So in the regular universe, what killed it for me the one last day, it was pretty much this dumb story that like Peter Parker basically had to choose between Aunt May dying. Aunt May was going to die. Like she had like some sickness, like she was going to die. And but he had the chance to save her. In order to save her, he had to basically annul his marriage with Mary Jane. And it was like they never remembered being in love, or I don't even think they would have known each other. And like Aunt May says, Peter, don't do it. Like I don't want you to ruin your marriage. Like I'm ready to go. Like I'm okay dying. And Peter just says, screw it, I want to save Aunt May. And it was just like one of those just dumb things. Like why? Like if she wants to die, like why would you kill your marriage when she's already old as can be anyways? Like she was supposed to die. And so they basically like rebooted the whole universe then. And they've just, I don't know, it's just they've done some weird things. Like they kind of killed Peter Parker, or they had, then at one point they had like Doc Ock like possess Peter Parker's body. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's old. Like she's super old. Like she's already died before in the comics. And then like she was sick and old. And she was like ready to die, and then it was so stupid. And then in the Ultimate Universe, they killed him. Peter Parker dies. Then they bring him back to life. And then they introduce Miles Morales, who everybody likes. I'm not really a fan, but I mean, but I can see why people like him. And then they killed Peter Parker again, and now Miles Morales, because they destroyed the Ultimate Universe. Miles Morales is in the regular universe. It's just like I don't know. Dagger! Calm down. Fighting them now would be senseless. They still have Garnet in custody. But what are you saying? We should just stand here? Gotta get to Alexandria before Braun. That's the only way. The only question is how. Dane, follow me. This is Miles Morales, the new Spider-Man. Well, in the regular universe, Peter Parker is alive. Peter Parker died in the Ultimate Universe. But I think I stopped following, but I'm pretty sure Miles is now Spider-Man, and I think Peter Parker, because now Spider-Man, because now Miles Morales is in the regular universe, so I think like Peter Parker's mentoring him or something. I don't know. It's dumb. I didn't mind. Them changing. Here's what I didn't mind in the X-Men with them changing the movies, is at the end of Days of Future Past. That I did not mind, and the reason why I didn't mind that is because it actually made sense why the timeline would change, and it's a butterfly effect basically. But yeah, like some of that stuff just never made sense, like Sabretooth and Wolverine being brothers, and yeah. must do some. Wait, I have an idea. This is like the easiest like mini game. If you want to consider this a mini game. Ah, crap. Oh, Last Stand was terrible. Um, none of that movie made any sense at all. But I think, and I could be wrong. I think X-Men 3 had some like issues with the directors, and I think they switched directors. Main thing I don't like about superhero movies is that they cast known actors. In my opinion, it's like nobody cares to see a known actor to see Iron Man, not Robert Downey Jr. Ray Burger King. They should have honestly renamed Iron. Well, like superhero movies didn't like when they first like X-Men. You didn't know who any of those people were except Patrick Stewart, but you had to have a known actor. You had to have somebody because Hugh Jackman at that time wasn't really known. Halle Berry. I mean, Halle Berry was big, but like Cyclops, nobody knew who he was, and nobody knew who, Jean Grey was, and Tobey Maguire really wasn't a big name when he became Spider-Man. And you gotta think Robert Downey Jr. when they cast him as Iron Man, it wasn't like Robert Downey Jr. was like big because he was that was like the start of his comeback. So, and then what's his name, Chris Evans for Captain America. He wasn't. I mean, I think like every so often they get a big name. I mean, Scarlett Johansson, yeah, big name, but then like the guy that's playing Black Panther, I don't think he was a big name. I mean, he's starting to get big now. Yeah, Iron Man saved his career. Oh yeah, Iron Man easily saved. It resurrected his career because, like I said before that, he was doing nothing. Whatever. I'm fine with Marcus dying here. Well, see, the thing is though with Star Wars, with the way that just the way the movies are, you can't cast known actors. Like none of those actors, like Harrison Ford he wasn't known before Han Solo, so I don't know. It would have felt weird. It would have felt weird had they chose it would have felt weird if you chose known actors for Star Wars, but I don't know. I mean, it's like Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo before the Hulk wasn't becoming that. I mean, he was starting to get there, but again, I think now all these actors are like A-list actors now because they're all just making it huge as Marvel characters. Like Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt wasn't all that big before he was Star-Lord. Went from a non-role in Fantastic Four and a major role to Captain America. Samuel L. Jackson, yeah. But I will say, if there was any role that needed a big character, that needed a big name, was Nick Fury. I'm out of here. I'm going to Evil Force to save my bro. You heartless cur. Oh, what is this? Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, Chris Evans. It's still like one of the weirdest castings because Chris Evans went from like douchebag Human Torch to like straight edge like Captain America. Flame on. Yeah, exactly. He went from Flame on to like, Steve Rogers. Like, two. They could not be any more different characters. Yeah, we got 30 minutes to get Braun. Well, Nick Fury at the time, I think the Marvel Universe was the cinematic universe was trying to go after the Ultimate Marcus. They were trying to go after the Ultimate Universe, I think, a little bit more, because the Ultimate Universe was really much more fitting to, like, today's world, and Nick Fury in that was black guy. So, and to be honest, if it hadn't been for a black Nick Fury, there would not have been a black actor until Black Panther, I think, or a Falcon. I don't know where I'm going, by the way. And we're not going there because that's that one weird boss. Yeah, I need to redo all my armor and stuff. Ultimate Alliance. Yeah, Ultimate Alliance wasn't the Ultimate Universe though. It sounds weird, but just a hater because Series 8 casting. I mean, hey, look, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, you're not wrong, you know. Where could she be? No one cared about Hawkeye. I know, and well, I liked Hawkeye. I mean, Hawkeye really was always like just kind of like the background character in the Avengers. I mean, I think he had more of a role in the comics. So wait for Spider-Man that has Venom as a main villain. Topher Grace might have been the worst casting ever in the history of casting. Alright, like come on. Well, you are gonna get a Venom movie. That they have said they're working on that. I feel like Topher Grace at the time, and I could be wrong because it was over 10 years ago. I feel like Topher Grace was like kind of like on the verge of being like like a A-list actor because it was just he came fresh off the 70s show. And I think like all those people were like everybody thought they were all going to be huge, and like really it was only Kunis and Ashton Kutcher. The guy was just he just wasn't. I don't think he was a bad Eddie Brock. In terms of before Eddie Brock became insane. Alright, origin story. Hate that I had to see Peter Parker get bit by a spider more than twice. Did Spider-Man Homecoming have but Spider-Man Homecoming didn't have an origin story, did it? Was Venom a bodybuilder? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think Homecoming did have an origin story, but yeah, the origin stories are becoming annoying. And what's funny is... I don't think Batman vs. Superman necessarily needed an origin story for Batman, but Batman, I think the Batman movie should have came out before that. Before Batman vs Superman, because I felt like there was just no build up for Ben Affleck as Batman. Anyone who knows nothing about Spider-Man can assume he probably got bit by a spider. He looked buff in the cartoon at least. Like, I feel like it's common knowledge. Oh yeah, like listen, if anybody listen, I think more people know how Peter Parker became Spider-Man than know who Michael Jordan was or is. Hey, Brock was buff in the cartoon. Cat was kind of like a jock-looking dude. Clifford Gray was the time dude, Peter like Donna. Yeah, I don't know. I forget how he was in the comic. I just, for some reason, I just can't think of it. Ah, crap. Why did it do that? Yeah, bounce your way out of here. Batman is dead to me. Can we get a villain that's not Joker? You know why we're not going to get a villain besides Joker is because when The Dark Knight came out, everybody just instantly fell in love with Joker. That is why. So like for everybody that's complaining about Joker, you have the people that go on about what's his name? The guy that died. Who's the guy that played Joker that died? I feel bad for not knowing his name right now. Heath Ledger. Yes, thank you. Because everybody fell in love with Heath Ledger being Joker, and that's why everything is Joker now. Oh look, getting an active time event. Oh, Heath Ledger was awesome. I mean, it's sad how basically the role of Joker killed him. His best performance ever, but Mr. Freeze. Yeah, I mean, there's so much they can do, but I think if you could come out with a Batman movie every year, I think you'd see more villains. Just, you know, I think right now everybody just wants to see Joker, and then on top of that is if Joker wasn't already big, now Harley Quinn's like one of the next big things now. Like in the comic book sales, Harley Quinn's comic is like one of the best selling comics every month. If Arnold was an original character, I would have been fine with it, but he definitely wasn't Mr. Freeze. Okay. Let me rephrase that. I think Arnold was actually a decent Mr. Freeze besides the over the top cheesy lines and stuff like that. Wait, darn, how many times do they I know. Like Martha Wayne has died so many times. Where do I go? The switch is over here, right? Wait, what? Where do I go? Well, I enjoy Batman and Robin because of how hilarious they are. Arnold's lines are probably the funniest thing ever. I think I don't know. Everything's a cold joke. I don't. Like. I listen. If I had to watch the movie again, I would watch it. I'm just never gonna. I'm never gonna voluntarily watch that movie. But if it came on and I had nothing else to do, I would watch it. Suicide Squad was not as bad as people said it was. Everybody had a ton of hate for Batman and Superman, or Batman vs Superman, that they just crapped on Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad was not a bad movie. It was nothing like I thought it was going to be. I thought like everybody hyped Suicide Squad, again, because it's like the cool thing right now. Is all the anti-heroes and stuff like that. So everybody just instantly said, "Oh, it's gonna be the greatest movie ever." Yada yada yada. But that movie had no. There was no depth to it. But it's not a bad movie. I'll watch it again. It's laying around here somewhere, actually. Here, I have right here. I'm gonna give you guys one guess. One guess. What do you guys think my favorite superhero movie is? And I'm going to say it is the best superhero movie of all time. I'll give you guys one guess. Can you be cold, Batman? Oh, blame my account and tell me it was my fault. I can't. I don't know what I feel right now. I can't even shed a tear. There they are. There they are. There is no escape. There is no escape. You want a hint? It's not a team-up movie. I'll tell you that. Oh, scoundrel not here. You and your fat queen. Batman Returns. Okay. John T, you want to go? Are you gonna stick with Captain America? Oh my God! I gotta fight her again. Yeah, not a team-up movie. AKA, it is a solo movie. Cartoon or real life? It's a real life movie. Or, well, real actors, yes. Green Lantern. You know what's funny? I actually have it sitting around here somewhere. It was like buried in like a bunch of junk. So it is that is not the movie though. I will tell you that is not Green Lantern. First Teenage Mutant Ninja. I mean, it's a team up movie. Ah, crap. I really should have healed. I didn't think there'd be a boss fight. Alright. Let that sink in. Ah, crap. Oh, she's not killing me now anyways. Yeah, I think Logan is the greatest superhero movie of all time. Not only do I think that, but I think that it might be my favorite all-time movie, period. But and I'm gonna be biased. Yeah, Logan's not. That's what I said. It's not a team-up movie. To the part where the clone appears and I stop. I just you know, for once, I felt like Logan. Like, I feel like every superhero movie now, it depends on the action, and sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. But yeah, I felt like Logan, for once, it didn't depend on the action to deliver a great movie. And, you know, you gotta remember, Logan, Hugh Jackman is the reason why I felt like Logan was a rated R. It is a rated R movie. Yeah, Logan's definitely a rated R movie. But yeah, yeah, Hugh Jackman's the reason why superhero movies are as big as they are. Like, let's all be honest. You know, the 90s X-Men cartoon got kids into superheroes. Like, every kid watched that cartoon. So, of course, what's the first big superhero movie they make in this era? It's X-Men. And had it not been for Wolverine, in my opinion, I don't think X-Men would have been as big of a movie as it was. And had it not been for X-Men, we wouldn't have gotten Spider-Man, and then Marvel wouldn't have produced their own universe. And Logan delivered. Logan was a tremendous movie to close out the story of Wolverine. And not only just as an overall story, but even in the movie itself, it delivered a great story. You know, you had your little short story in the movie, and then dating back to 2000 when X-Men came out. Feels Logan was his last. Feels bad. Yeah, Logan was his last movie as Wolverine. It delivered. I mean, I think everything behind it, you know, it was just a fantastic movie, and I could have done without the X-23 stuff, but well, if you leave her here at once, I'm staying so they can go now. You two are joining forces. See, that's the weird thing, is they keep saying that there's going to be X-23 movies, but Logan takes place in 2000. What year is it? Like 2030, and And at that point, like all the X-Men are dead. Like that's not a spoiler. That's, I mean, you see that in the trailer. All the X-Men are dead. So I guess she's gonna have her own standalone movie, but it's gonna be weird to cast it as, for her to be cast as a kid. I don't know. That's like I said, that's the talk. I don't think it's gonna happen though. At least this current X-23. I have no interest in a Wolverine Spider-Man movie. I don't even have interest in a Wolverine Deadpool movie. Like that was talked about. I have no interest in that at all. Patrice did a good. See him in this spin. Wait, Patrice? Who? Are you talking about the girl? Are you talking about X-23? Wait, I'm confused. Ah, crap. See, I don't want to see Hugh Jackman in spandex. I mean, the guy who did Professor X. I hate. Oh, Patrick Stewart. Oh, Patrick Stewart did an awesome job. And it sucks. I always wanted to see Patrick Stewart one more time as Xavier, because that's a very underrated role. Like you always hear about Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man and this and that. I think Patrick Stewart as Xavier is like, and Hugh Jackman as Logan. Those are Hugh Jackman and Robert Downey Jr. Those are like the two you always hear about. I mean, Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier nails it. Well, I'm bummed. It's all about that. I don't see, but so I don't think that this incarnation of Wolverine would make sense with yellow spandex. And that's one. Listen, I want to say for the record, I don't care. Like some people get upset if like the movies don't stick to the source material. I'm fine for the most part. I think there's like certain principles that need to stay the same. But yeah, like I'm fine. Like Uncle Ben, yeah, like for Spider-Man, like with great power comes great responsibility. Like that needs to be in all the movies. But I don't know why none of my notifications are popping up. So somebody followed me, and I feel really bad. John T, if that was you, I appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping in. I don't know why my... Yeah, none of my, like... I don't know, it's weird. I know I got a notification, but it didn't pop up. Yeah, thanks, man. Hey, anytime you want to come back in here and just talk superheroes or RPGs, you... my friend can come in anytime. Karita, I enjoy this conversation. Like, it's 3:30 my time, so I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be on here, but But yeah, Kirito, I was saying though, I just don't think this. I don't think Hugh Jackman would have made sense wearing yellow spandex. Just the way that character was, it just would have never made sense. And I'm fine with that, because I don't want all my Wolverines to be the same. Like, there's different comic universes. Like, let this be a different universe. You know, whatever. Yeah, we're fighting oversized puppies. That's basically what we're fighting right now. I don't think I have to stick to the costume example. When it's an iconic character, I think they gotta get close. I think Hugh Jackman has to be in it because nobody else was in OG costume. But I'd like to see a movie where everyone is something. When the cartoon. Yeah, no, I see what you are saying. I would have been cool with at least a scene though. You're right. I'll give you that. It would still be weird though. I don't know. It's just Wolverine. That's weird. Batman and Superman look so cool. Someone can make a dope ass Wolverine costume. I think the orange and black would have worked. I don't think the yellow would work as well though. I feel bad. I keep getting these notifications and I don't know who they are. And I feel really, really bad. I think this one was Black Cat. Black Cat, thank you for the follow. Bringing in the no, it's not you. My notifications have done this here and there. I don't know why. No matter. Beatrix served the queen all these years, and now she's turning against her. Freya lost her comrades, yet she insists on protecting the princess. The queen will never forgive them. She will kill them both. Dane, I have a request. What? Why are you going formal all of a sudden? I want you to escort the princess out of Alexandria and take her to Dr. Tot. I'm sure Dr. Tot can come up with a plan to help us in our kingdom. Piece of cake, I'm an escape artist. Don't worry, Steiner, we'll get her there. Dane, Master Vivi, I'm counting on you. Princess, I bid you farewell. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Let me test my notifications out. I haven't watched Spider-Man Homecoming yet. I've gotten weird with movies. Like, I don't like to go to the movies unless I don't like to pay to go see a movie. I'll go before noon because if you go before noon, it's like $5 or something like that. I hate going and like spending $10-15 on a movie. Like, there's 2 theaters by me. Well, there's one like by my house, and it's a small theater, so they don't show movies like Spider-Man. They won't show a whole lot. And then there's another theater. It's like 30 minutes away, but it's a really nice theater. It's got like stadium seating and stuff like that. And but there, it's like twice as expensive for everything. So it's just not much incentive to go there. But it is really nice. I mean, it's worth the drive. I don't think it's worth the money though. Movies used to be like $7, now like 15. Well, so this theater, it's in Virginia. Like I'm in Maryland. This theater's in Virginia, and I think like if you go at night, well, it's like $15. Yeah, it's so stupid. And if you want to see it in IMAX 3D, you're looking at like a $20 ticket at night. So it's so expensive. I don't mind the crowds. I mean, I will say the theater by my house, it's not. If it's full, it does suck. Cause sometimes you just have people they don't know when to shut the hell up. So. Okay, so my follow alert sound is working. Great, so just give me just a second. Okay, now it's working. Yeah, so I had the Pokemon sound for my follows, and again, I don't think I set it up right. I have to have my desktop audio running on my OBS. And I don't like it running because like sometimes I just get like a pop up, you know, and I don't want a sound play like a Windows pop up sound. My favorite Star Wars. Why did I pop out of that room? Favorite Star Wars. I think 5. 5 would probably be my favorite. I gotta say 3 is up there, and you might give me a harsh response for that one. I really like 3. Oh god. They fell for it again. Really stupid they are. Bastards. Bastards we may be, but clever are we. Hee hee hee. Hey, what's up? My man Marcus. Dane, are you alright? Blank. My man Blank. Bro, over here. Hold up, my body still feels kind of stiff. Gotta hurry, Zidane and Dagger are in trouble. Who's Dagger? Zidane's new girl? What, you don't know? No, what are you talking about? You have the high ground. What's your favorite, what's your favorite Star Wars? Came here straight from Evil Forest. Man, I love you guys. Zidane, you can go ride whatever downstairs. Blank. Marcus. Get out of here, we'll take care of this. There's more bad guys coming. I owe you guys big time. Let's get out of here. So this is Gargan Rue. Varies, but depends on my mood. Tie between Return of the Jedi or Empire Strikes Back. Dagger, you alright? Yeah, I mean, listen. One is flat out awful. Two, I can sit through it. But yeah, three. I see. I like the new one. I did like 7. I thought there was some. I don't know. The more I watch 7, the less I like it. I still think it's a really good movie, but. Non-special editions. It drives me nuts when you watch. If you watch the remastered 6, and at the end when they're celebrating, and you see Anakin Skywalker, not Darth Vader, in the basically the holograms. Oh man, it's so stupid. And Jabba the Hutt CGI'd is so bad. What's it saying to me? Now, like, to me, 1 is completely just bad. And, like, 2, like, I feel like at least they knew what they did wrong with 1. And they tried to fix what they could and steer it in the right direction. And I feel like they finally got it right with 3. Darth Maul and Qui-Gon are my favorite characters from the prequels, along with Grievous. Yeah, that's the weird thing. Is like I feel like 1 had great characters, but I think and I think what it was. Why did I attack with Dagger? I think what it was, they wanted to really give off the impression that before, the world, everything was all happy-go-lucky. Everything was happy-go-lucky, and they wanted to give it a good feel movie and stuff like that, but I think they just missed the mark. I think they missed the mark on what Star Wars movies were about, and I think they definitely wanted to go after a younger audience. They're all executed. The story was good, but just executed badly. No, I mean, I don't disagree whatsoever with that. Yeah, I don't think the yeah, the battles definitely weren't done all that well. They just none of them made sense. Although I think the last battle between Obi-Wan and Anakin in Episode 3 was good. Force Awakens cool. There's a lot of stuff in it just really bothered me. No, I mean, I tend to turn the other way. I guess when that sort of stuff happens, that's why it doesn't bother me. You know, so that's why, like, I guess Batman vs Superman, I'm one of the few people that actually really liked it because I can turn the other way, but I feel like a lot of the things that people hated with that movie, I'm like, I'm able to explain it more to myself better, you know. Oof. Moving again, but why is it going so slowly? Hey, hurry up. Don't yell at it. The poor thing must be scared to death. But it's... See, you can go faster. Good job. Knows it ain't. Look. Yeah, that's why it's running. Damn it, it's chasing us. We'll pass Trino if we don't stop soon. I don't consider it the official episode after 6, then I like it. You know what my problem was? The one thing I don't like with 6 is I feel like it went too much for the nostalgic feel. And didn't really focus enough on starting a new trilogy. Seven, yes. Yeah. I guess through you two are dismissed. What does that mean? Queen Braun is quite upset with you two for letting the princess escape with the pendant. You should go now. Whatever to do are we? We cannot live without the queen's backing. We must first tell the guests to come in. Phew. What a view. Who are you? Out of my way, the queen summoned me. Restrain yourself before the queen. Do you understand who you're talking to? I'm Lonnie, the best and the most beautiful bounty hunter in the world. Pleasure to meet you, your majesty. I hear things aren't going too well. Have you no manners? This is what I get for hiring a lowlife. Sure you didn't hire me for my manners, your majesty. Humph. You have two objectives. The first is to retrieve the pendant, a national treasure from Princess Garnet. The other is to assassinate the Black Mage traveling with them. What is that? A soulless golem, but a defect is running free. Great problem I had with 7. That and Rey being able to learn everything super fast like Obi-Wan's mind control without even seeing someone do it. And using the Force within a couple hours. But just too many callbacks. Also don't feel like it can stand alone on its own. I feel it's incomplete. I feel like they're gonna fix it. I think they're gonna fix that in the next one. They'll probably explain a lot more. You know, I think, because here's the thing. Um, Everything besides Rey being able to pretty much become a Jedi, um, I think Rey was done very well. So if you don't have those Jedi parts in there, then who's the Jedi? They would have had to introduce a whole new character, I think, because then, with the way audiences are today, it would have been, well, there just wasn't enough Jedi stuff. I feel like 4, 5, 6, hell, even 1, 2, 3 can be watched without being like, damn, I have to watch the next to see what happened. Um, yeah, I guess you're right about that. I never really thought about it like that. Because I will say, I never saw Force Awakens is so confusing on its own. Yeah, you do have to see the other Star Wars movies. At least the original trilogy. You do have to see that, I think, for the Force Awakens to make sense. But I think the reason why they did it the way they did, I think it's just I think it's just to appeal to the mass audience. You know, because now everybody wants sequels. Everybody wants a sequel to something. You know, if there's ever even comedies get sequels. Like back in the day, like comedies didn't get sequels, and so we just want more and more story. And I think people just wanted a continuation of episode 4, 5, and 6, and reach Southgate. Yeah, are you our enemy? That is up to you. I mean, even if it wasn't a Star Wars movie, it still couldn't stand on its own. It's like playing disc one of a Final Fantasy game. No, you're absolutely right. Um, but then I mean, but everybody knows it's going to be a trilogy, and I think that's why they felt they could do it the way they did. I think they're trying to tell one massive story. Or more powerful. If I could use summon magic, I beg of you, please help me. And cause more destruction? No, I was afraid of my summon magic, but not anymore. Many years have passed since I last served a master. I must test to see whether you are truly fit to be my master. I will hide 5 manifestations of myself in this forest. Each one will carry a piece of the hero's story. Collect all 5 pieces and tell me the story. If you put together the story to my satisfaction, I shall become your Eidolon. I'm sorry, I know we must hurry. Okay, Dagger. I'll help you too. Thanks, you too. Alright.